What is up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing our final mock draft of this 2021 NFL draft season, I guess you could call it. This is going to be the official draft, my official mock draft. This is going to be a 3-round mock, my first and only 3-round mock of this entire process. So let's get right into it. We're doing all 32 teams right here, as you can see. So let's start with the number 1 overall pick, where the Jacksonville Jaguars will select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson there. One of pretty much only 2 guaranteed, you know what I'm saying, selections in the entire draft. The second of which being here, this selection number 2, where I think the New York Jets are going to take Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU, with that pick there. And that'll be a great pick for the Jets, although they need a lot more than just quarterback. Zach Wilson's not going to go in there 1 year and change everything for this team. But anyways, number 3 is where it really starts to get interesting. 49ers, they could go multiple ways with this selection here. Do they go the quarterback route of Justin Fields, or do they go with what's been rumored quite a bit in Mac Jones? Personally, if I was the GM myself, I would go with Justin Fields over Mac Jones, but it seems some of the claims seem legitimate. I am going to go Justin Fields though, just since this is my mock draft and this is where I think probably should happen. So I'm going to go Justin Fields there at 3. Number 4, the Atlanta Falcons are on the clock, and they need to go the best player available. That's not a quarterback in my opinion at this point. So I am going to end up giving them Kyle Pitts. They would love to get a defensive player at this selection, but with what's available, I honestly just don't see that happening right now. Because just the best available would be probably corner, either Surtain or Horn, and I don't know if you want to reach up with one of those guys at 4. So they, if they're not going to trade down, they're probably going to select Kyle Pitts out of Florida here. That'd be a fantastic piece to add to that offense. Number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock, and this is also interesting. Do we link up former LSU teammates Jamar Chase with Joe Burrow, or we go with the protection route and give them Penei Sewell? It's tough to say. I've heard rumors, or maybe not even rumors anymore, that Joe Burrow is really trying to sell the GM and the owners on taking Jamar Chase here, and you gotta go with what is best for your quarterback, obviously. But if he wants wide receiver, I think they're honestly probably gonna give it to him. I'm gonna go Jamar Chase out of LSU there. Do I think that's the best selection for them? Of course not, but I think it is what they will end up going with. So right here, number 6, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock, and they also need a wide receiver. Would have loved to see Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts be available at this spot, but they are not. So with that said, they're probably going to go with the best wide receiver left on the board, which in my opinion, I'm going to go with Devontae Smith over Jalen Waddle just ever so slightly. So yeah, Devontae Smith out of Alabama will be the selection there. Number 7, we got the Detroit Lions on the clock with another tough selection here. I think they really need to go quarterback. They really do. Trey Lance and Mac Jones are both on the board. One of the teams is going to trade up to this spot and grab themselves a potential star quarterback in the future. But since this is not going to be a trade draft, I'm going to go with... I feel like I should go with Jalen Waddle at this spot here. And that is where I am going to end up going with Jalen Waddle out of Alabama there. Number 8, the Carolina Panthers are on the clock, and you gotta go with one of these 2 offensive linemen right here. Penei Sewell, more of a true left tackle who could play guard. Slater can pretty much play anywhere in the O-line. And as much as I love the versatility of Rashawn Slater, I'm gonna go Penei Sewell with this selection to protect the new quarterback in Sam Darnold in Carolina. Number 9, the Denver Broncos are on the clock, and if one of these top 2 quarterbacks are on the board, I can't pass on them. I don't think you should necessarily give up on Drew Lock this quickly, but with both these guys available, I don't think you can pass on it. So I'm going to go with Trey Lance, quarterback out of North Dakota State with this pick. Number 10, the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. This is also a fairly easy selection for me. Rashawn Slater is tempting, but Patrick Surtain, this has been mocked by so many people for so long. It just seems like such a great fit. They really need a corner, and Surtain is possibly the best available in the entire draft, so I think you got to make that selection there. Number 11, the New York Giants are on the clock. Would have loved to see one of the top 3 wide receivers on the board, but unfortunately, they are not for them. So, with this selection, honestly, I would not be opposed going to Mac Jones. Daniel Jones, he's not horrendous, but he's not good. He's not. So, I would not be opposed to that selection here, but I'm not going to go with it. I'm actually going to go with something a little different. Wide receiver, top 3 guys are all off the board, so I'm going to go with corner here. And J.C. Horn is available, so I'm going to go with J.C. Horn right here. I'm going to go J.C. Horn out of South Carolina, who's been rising up a lot of draft boards, and people have been having a lot of talk about him possibly being the best corner in the draft, so that's an interesting place to go right there. Number 12, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock, and with their selection, Sean Slater being on the board is honestly absurd. There's so much talent there, but I think they're going to go with a high upside guy in Micah Parsons out of Penn State. Not too big a fan of their defense there in Philly. Micah Parsons is pretty versatile, and if you can coach him up correctly, he's such a great athlete. He could be a dominant force in the future. Number 13, this is a clear and obvious pick here. If Rashawn Slater falls all the way down here at 13, no chance the Chargers pass on him. That'd be a A-plus pick for the Chargers at 13 there. Number 14, as much as this could be a trade down spot for the Vikings, I'm not doing trades, so it's either, for me, it's either down to Jalen Phillips or Christian Darrisaw, with Elijah Vera Tucker also being a very solid option. Has a pretty high floor, he does. I'm going to end up going with, I don't think any edge rusher is a top 15 pick, honestly. I got to be honest, but man, Darrisaw is so good. He's a really true left tackle. I'm actually going to go with Elijah Vera Tucker. The floor is so high with Vera Tucker, you could plug him in pretty much anywhere in the O-line immediately, and he's going to be, at the very least, solid for you on that O-line. So I like that pick there. Number 15, Mac Jones is still on the board for the Patriots. You don't even have to trade up for him, but of course this is a no trade mock draft. Mac Jones on the board, got to go with him there at 15. That'd be a fantastic pick for them. Number 16, the Cardinals are on the clock. Caleb Farley is on the board. The injury risks do concern me, but they need a corner so badly, and was potentially the best one in the draft on the board. If he can stay healthy, he's going to turn out to be a fantastic player. So I'm going to go Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech there. Number 17, the Raiders are on the clock. I love these 2 tackles on the board that are available. I'm going to go with Christian Darrisaw, though, out of Virginia Tech, going here to the Raiders at 17. Number 18, the Dolphins are up with their second pick of the first round, taking, I believe it was, Devontae Smith with their first selection, teaming up Tua with his former, not necessarily favorite receiver, but definitely up there. And so I'm going to go Jalen Phillips here, edge rusher out of Miami. He's another one of those guys. The injury risk is concerning, but if he can stay healthy and on the field, he's going to be a great player. So that's going to be the selection there. Number 19, the Washington football team is on the clock. Taven Jenkins is on the board. That would be an insane pick, as well as Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That would also be a great selection there for the Washington football team. And I'm actually going to go with that. I'm going to go with JOK out of Notre Dame here to go to the Washington football team. Number 20, the Chicago Bears on the clock. They really need quarterback, but as you can see, Davis Mills, Kellen Mond, Kyle Trask, I don't see any of those guys going in the first round. Definitely not deserving of going in the first round, that's for sure. But anyways, with this selection, Taven Jenkins on the board. They definitely need O-line help, I should say, no matter who is at the quarterback position. So I'm going to go Taven Jenkins out of Oklahoma State there. Number 21, The Indianapolis Colts are on the clock, and they would have loved to see Taven Jenkins as well. But since he's not available, I'm looking at either cornerback or wide receiver. So looking at the wide receiver position here, we got Rashad Bateman on the board. That'd be a good pick for him, as well as Greg Newsome, Eric Stokes, Kelvin Joseph. I think I'm gonna opt. Yeah, I'm gonna opt for corner here. Now I'm gonna opt for a wide receiver to go play. Give someone Carson Wentz to throw to that can actually catch the ball. So I'm going to go with Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota there. I like that pick. Number 22, the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. I am going to go corner here, though. Greg Newsome goes here at 22, just falling out of the grasp of the New York Jets, who had their second first-round pick here. Took Zach Wilson with their second overall pick, the first pick in the first round for them. But right here, it's just got to be best player available. That team is just so bad. You just got to go with the best player that you can get at the spot. Trayvon Moehrig, I think, would be a pretty good option here. As far as corner goes, none of the guys on this corner board are best player available. So I'm going to go... Interesting. I'm going to go Kwity Paye out of Michigan there. Got to get some pass rushers on that Jets team. I like that pick a lot. Number 24, the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock. And as I know, as much as some people want running back to go here, that's clearly not their biggest need. There's so many holes left on the remainder of that team. So right here, let's look at O-line, see what we got available. Alex Leatherwood, Sam Cosmi, Liam Eichenberg, and Leonard Duns. Not sure if any of those guys, maybe Sam Cosmi is a first rounder, but we'll get to that later. Let's see. I'm going to go... Yeah, O-line's just so bare. Okay, yeah. O-line's just really a struggle for this Pittsburgh team. So I'm going to go Sam Cosmi out of Texas here. Number 25, the Jaguars are up with their second first-round pick. They took Trevor Lawrence first overall, and now they're back here. And the best safety in the entire draft is available, so I don't think they can pass on that. Trayvon Moehrig goes to the Jaguars. Number 26, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. And although they did just sign Jadeveon Clowney, that's not a future answer. He only did sign a one-year deal, so I could see them taking a Zaven Collins guy who's he's a pass-rushing linebacker. You could consider him an edge guy if you wanted to. Let's see. We also got Azeez Ojulari and Joe Tryon available, as well as Jason Owe, who's just a freak athlete. So let me look at the overall board. Carlos Basham's also very good. Joseph Osai, he's really good as well. I don't know why he's been falling off draft boards. But, so yeah, I'm going to go with the best edge rusher available. I'm going to get Azeez Ojulari out of Georgia. Number 27, the Baltimore Ravens are on the clock. I'm going to go wide receiver, a guy who can go up and catch the football, get a pretty decent size. I don't see Terrace Marshall out of LSU there. Number 28, the Saints are on the clock, and they would definitely love to get some secondary help. And Eric Stokes is available. He could be in the first round, as well as even Asante Samuel. But let's see if there's anything that sticks out at me as like you can't pass on this guy right here. And I don't know, man. Zaven Collins is still available. I could see him falling slightly in this draft. Elijah Moore is just so good. Elijah Moore's insane. I'm gonna go Zaven Collins. I like that pick actually. Zaven Collins out of Tulsa there's gonna be the selection. Number 29, the Green Bay Packers are on the clock. Not gonna go O-line. I think wide receiver or corner has to be the selection. Elijah Moore is on the board, and as far as corner goes, it's either gonna be Eric Stokes or Asante Samuel. I think I will end up going with the wide receiver and go Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss, though. Number 30, the Buffalo Bills are on the clock. They could use an edge rusher. So let's see what they got there. Joe Tryon, there's no way available. Corner, Eric Stokes still available. I think that'd be a pretty good pick for him. I might end up going with that route, actually. I'm actually going to go edge rusher, actually. Joe Tryon. Do I go... I think I'm going to go Jason Oweh out of Penn State with that selection. Number 31, the Baltimore Ravens are here at this selection. Obviously, trading their pick was the Chiefs. I don't know why I couldn't think of that for a second. But they had the second first-round pick here at the very end of the draft. And since I took a wide receiver with the first pick, need an edge rusher here. Joe Tryon's available. Really good athlete and player there out of Washington. I think that'll be the selection. Number 32, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. And I'm sure it's basically whatever Tom Brady wants, honestly. I mean, I would not be surprised if they just directly said, who do you want in this draft? And Tom could pretty much say whoever he wanted and they'd select him. But I like to see Christian Barmore go here. Very high upside defensive tackle. I think I am going to end up going to that. So Christian Barmore out of Alabama there. And now we're entering the second round of this mock draft. Starting here with the third pick for the Jaguars. Their first in the second round. And it's so tempting to go with Travis Etienne and team up the former college teammates. And since I kind of want this to be interesting, am going to go with it. Travis Etienne out of Clemson is going to be the pick there for me. I like that a lot. Might as well make things interesting. Jets here with Eric Stokes still on the board. They have to take him there. Eric Stokes out of Georgia. Got to get something in that corner room in New York. Number 35, the Falcons are on the clock. Took Kyle Pitts, possibly the second best player overall in the entire draft with their fourth pick, and now they're back up in the second round. Where do they go here? Now they really, really need to go with defense. Best defensive player available is Jamin Davis, but I'm probably going to opt for an edge rusher. Carlos Basham is so good. That secondary is really weak, though. Kelvin Joseph, Asante Samuel, both available. Yeah, that secondary is really weak. Okay, so I think I am going to opt to go with edge. I'm going to go Carlos Basham out of Wake Forest. In my opinion, he is a borderline first-round talent. He's so good not to be, honestly, in the first round. It's just my opinion. But there it is. Number 36, the Dolphins are back up with their third pick, I believe. Najee Harris on the board, Javonte Williams as well. But they'd really love to get a linebacker. Jamin Davis is on the board. I think I am going to go with that pick there. Jamin Davis out of Kentucky. Number 37, the Eagles are back on the clock here. Let's see what we got at wide receiver. Kadarius Toney's a really good weapon to have on the offense. Anything sticks out, I don't see anything. So actually, that is going to be the selection. Kadarius Toney out of Florida. The human choice tag, basically. Number 38, the Bengals are on the clock, and they took Jamar Chase with their first-round pick. So here they have to go tackle. Got to protect Joe Burrow. And it actually kind of works out for him. Alex Leatherwood and Liam Eichenberg are both available here in the second round for the taking. I'm going to go with Alex Leatherwood just barely. Debatably the best offensive lineman in college football last year. I think that'd be a great pick. So I'm going to go with Alex Leatherwood. Why do I keep clicking on that thinking that's the draft button? Okay, anyways. Number 39, the Carolina Panthers are back with their second selection. They got Penei Sewell with their first-round pick. And here, multiple ways you could go. Honestly, I would not be opposed to doubling up on O-line, going with a Landon Dickerson here. But I don't think I will. Let's see what we got as far as Aaron Browning's available. Corner, we can go with Asante Samuel or Kelvin Joseph here. Elijah Bolden also could be in that slot corner spot. Let's see. I'm honestly going to go with interior O-line. If we can really bolster up that O-line, the Carolina Panthers, and protect Sam Darnold, he could have a pretty good year, man, I got to say. Landon Dickerson's going to be the pick for me out of Alabama there. Put him at guard or center. Don't really need him at center, so either of the guard spots will work. Number 40 is going to be the Denver Broncos, and they took quarterback first with their first round pick, I should say. So with this selection right here, Aaron Browning and Nick Bolton could be good selections. I like Bowles at left tackle, but Liam Eichenberg's really versatile. He can pretty much play anywhere. Also could go with an interior O lineman. Baron Browning's a pretty high upsized linebacker. I'm going to go with Creed Humphrey. Protect your new quarterback. I think that'd be a pretty good pick there. Number 41, the Detroit Lions are on the clock, and they got wide receiver with their first pick. So here they'd love to get a corner. So I'm either going to go with Kelvin Joseph or Asante Samuel. I'm going to opt for Asante Samuel just barely over Kelvin Joseph with that pick there. I think that'd be a really nice turnout for the Lions at that pick. Number 42, the New York Giants are back in the clock, and they took corner with their first selection. So here, let's see if we got an edge rusher. They could go Gregory Rousseau here and really try to develop him, as well as Joseph Osai. I think that is what I'm actually going to end up going with. I'm not going to go Peyton Turner just yet. I'm going to go with Gregory Rousseau and say they can maybe develop him into a good player, because we know this Giants team is not going to be contending at least this year. So I think that'd be a good pick for him there. Develop him and turn him into a good player while you have the time. Number 43, the San Francisco 49ers on the clock. They took a quarterback in Justin Fields with a 3rd overall pick. So right here, they could go multiple places. The secondary is getting kind of old for San Francisco, if I had to say so. And never have enough edge rushers. I think I am going to go with secondary here. I'm going to go with for a corner and go Kelvin Joseph out of Kentucky. Number 44, Dallas Cowboys took corner first in the first round, I should say. Now here they'd love to get a offensive lineman. Liam Eichenberg still on the board. Can't pass up on that there. This is turning into a fantastic draft for the Cowboys so far. Number 45, the Jaguars with their 4th pick of the draft here. And now, man, they would have loved to see Eichenberg be available to help protect Trevor Lawrence. But let's see what else we got at the tackle position. Okay, they actually got some pretty good options remaining. Could even hope to wait for their next pick and maybe get former teammate Jackson Carman. That'd be pretty cool. Right here, we gave him a running back weapon. Could we give him a wide receiver weapon here? I really want to see a Jackson Carman be back in with Trevor Lawrence, so I'm gonna pass on offensive tackle just this last pick and go with a wide receiver. I'm gonna go. Oh, Amari Rodgers is there, bro. Do we reunite Clemson this far? I don't think Amari Rodgers is better than Rondell Moore, or honestly even Nico Collins or De'Ami Brown. Honestly, oh my goodness, that'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to go with the smartest thing to do. I'm going to go with Dylan Redunz out of North Dakota State. How to protect Trevor Lawrence. That's more important than reuniting former teammates. So that's going to be the selection there. 46. The New England Patriots took quarterback in the first round, Mac Jones. So here, where are they going to opt to go? O-line is good, so I think this can be defense right here. I think we got a linebacker. Baron Browning is still available, as well as Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton kind of feels like a pick that the Patriots would make, actually. Wide receiver is not the greatest wide receiver room there in New England, so Rondell Moore is actually looking pretty good for them as well. And I'm actually going to end up going with that. Rondell Moore out of Purdue. Number 47, the Chargers are back on the clock. They got Rashawn Slater with the 13th pick, which is an absolute steal. So here, basically going best player available. I think safety would be a great move for him. Javon Holland's still on the board, so I'm going to go with Javon Holland there out of Oregon. Number 48, the Las Vegas Raiders are back on the clock. They took, I think, Christian Darrisaw, was it? Or was it Tevin Jenkins? Not exactly sure. Let's see. It was Christian Darrisaw with their first round selection. So here, they could go with another lineman. This time being a defensive lineman. Maybe Levi Owens-Enrique. See what else we got. The tackle class, not great. Milton Williams as well. Davian Nixon. William McNeil later on. But, so yeah, with this pick, I'm going to go linebacker. I'm going to go Baron Browning out of Ohio State. Although we know that the Las Vegas Raiders are just going to go with the fastest player available. Okay, anyways, number 49 here. We got the Cardinals at this spot. Where do we go here? Interesting. I think I'm gonna go Najee Harris here out of Alabama. Number 50, the Dolphins are up with another pick of theirs, and I'm gonna go back-to-back running backs. Javonte Williams available. That'd be a great pick for them at that spot. 51, Washington Football Team is available. They would love to get an offensive lineman here, so I think they will go get an offensive lineman. Brady Christensen and Jalen Mayfield, probably one of those guys are gonna be the pick. Although interior also has some pretty good options. I'm gonna go with Brady Christensen though. Absolute stud athlete at the position. I think he could end up being really good for them there. Chicago Bears at 52. I could see this being a quarterback. I could see them going to get a quarterback. With Matt Nagy, his job security right now is not looking fantastic. So I don't know whether or not he's going to want to take a quarterback this risky. I might wait till a third round to go with that. And right here, give a weapon possibly to see what whoever the quarterback ends up being, what they can do. And Danny Brown doesn't go up and get type receiver that I like a lot in this draft. North Carolina guy, obviously. So I'm going to go with him there to go to the Bears at 52. 53, the Tennessee Titans are on the clock here. I'm going to go with Jalen Mayfield here out of Michigan. Wait, actually, no. Wait, let's see what we got. Edge rusher. Ronnie Perkins, Joseph Osai are both still available. I'm actually going to go with Joseph Osai here out of Texas. Never going to have enough edge rushers. Number 54, the Colts are on the clock here. And it really surprises me that quarterback is nowhere near their top team needs, which is honestly kind of ridiculous. But anyways, right here with this selection, do we ought to protect Carson Wentz now? I think we do, actually. I think I like that. Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan, I like that a lot, actually. You can put him at guard if you need to, right? Immediately. 55. The Steelers are back on the clock here. Corner, Aaron Robinson still available. That'd be pretty tempting to go with. But honestly, I might double up on offensive line here. Wyatt Davis still available this far into the second. I'm going to go with it. Wyatt Davis out of Ohio State there. 56. Seahawks first pick of the draft. And you got it. Defense got it. The edge rushers have to do something. You really need a guy on that side of the ball. Peyton Turner is available. I think he'd be a good fit there. So I'm going to go with Peyton Turner out of Houston. 57. The LA Rams are on the clock. And they have Matt Stafford now. Offensive tackle. Jackson Carman, I don't know if I want to take him this high. It'd be a second round pick at all. Quinn Miners. Quinn Miners is a guy who just hasn't really experienced losing, honestly. He's been so dominant at every level he's played at now, including the Senior Bowl, and he's been really impressive. So I'm going to go with Quinn Miners there to go to LA. 58, Kansas City Chiefs coming up with their first pick. They'd love to get a explosive playmaker here. Amari Rodgers, although I'm not the highest on him, he is still available and technically falling here. So I think I am going to end up going with that. Nico Collins also very good. I'm going to go Amari Rodgers out of Clemson though. 59, the Cleveland Browns are back on the clock and they took edge with their first round pick. And Levi Onwuzurike is available at this next pick. So that'd be pretty interesting for them to go with here. Although I do not think I'm going to end up doing it. Actually, no, I am. Actually, no. That doubling up on D-line with the first two picks here. I mean, Browns are a pretty good team from beginning to end, honestly. And I might as well take that selection. I actually don't hate it. So I'm actually going to go with it. 60, the New Orleans Saints are on the clock. Need a corner. Elijah Molden's available as well as Aaron Robinson. I'm going to go with Aaron Robinson there out of the UCF. Number 61. This is where Elijah Molden is, right there. To the Buffalo Bills at 61. 62 here. I'm going to go with an offensive lineman. I meant to click on this. We haven't addressed corner yet. And if they actually, yeah, corner is rough. Corner is rough. Kevin King, he's not getting it done. Ifeatu Melifonwu is probably going to be my selection here. Tyson Campbell is also good, but I'm going to go with Fatu Malafont there. 64, Kansas City Chiefs up another pick. I think they're going to go linebacker. Not big on their linebackers at all there. Nick Bolton is still available, so I think that has to be a selection there. 64, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the final pick of the second round in this draft. So I think they're going to just go best player available. Like I said earlier, honestly, just whoever Tom Brady wants is basically trying to get. Ronnie Perkins still available. See what else you got at edge rusher though? Not too much after that. I do like Ronnie Perkins, but not my favorite guy in the draft. Honestly, if you could bolster up O-line even more, like pretty much keep Tom Brady ageless. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, might as well like have some more rotational guys. Since that team is so loaded, might as well have guys you can rotate even more in the offensive line and just make it more dominant. Like, cause why not? Gus Myers out of Ohio State. There's gonna be the pick. 65, another. I think it's the 5th pick for the Jaguars, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure, but it probably is. Okay, wide receiver Nico Collins is available, as well as Tylan Wallace. I think both those guys will be in the second round. Tutu Atwell possibly. Dwayne Eskridge possibly. So I think I'm going to go with one of these wide receivers here. I'm going to go with Nico Collins out of Michigan. Number 66, the New York Jets are on the clock. I like Michael Carter a lot. I think he might end up going in the second round, but if not, definitely 100% the third. I don't think I'm going to end up doing it though. I'm going to go basically best player available. And for me, that's... Okay. I'm going to go back to wide receiver. I'm going to go with Tylan Wallace. I like Tylan Wallace a lot. I'm going to go with that selection there. 67, the Texans have their first pick of the draft. And this is just going to be the best player available as well. Lost J.J. Watt, so Ronnie Perkins could honestly do pretty well filling in his role. Obviously, he's no J.J. Watt, but you guys know what I'm saying. Ronnie Perkins out of Oklahoma, they're going at 67. 68, the Falcons are back on the clock, and you got to continue to make that offense, not offense, that defense better. So Tyson Campbell's on the board, so I think that's going to be the selection there out of Georgia. They're not going to be contending necessarily right away. They can develop him into a pretty good corner there. Number 69, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. And let's see, tight end. We got some good players available at tight end still. Pat Freiermuth, Tommy Tremble, Brevin Jordan, and Hunter Long are all available. All really solid tight ends, but Pat Freiermuth's got to be the pick here out of Penn State. I like that for them a lot there. Let's go back here. Number 70, the Eagles are on the clock here. I think I'm going to end up going safety. Let's see what we got in the safety. I do like Richie Grant slightly over Jamar Johnson, so I think that's going to be the pick here for me. Richie Grant out of UCF. Number 71, the Denver Broncos are on the clock. Need a linebacker. Jabril Cox isn't necessarily the best fit at linebacker for them. As far as what they are wanting to do with that linebacker spot. So, not sure if that should be the pick there. As far as what else is available, though, Jackson Carman's still available. I wouldn't hate that. D tackle, Avian Nixon and Milton Williams are both still available, so actually that wouldn't be awful either. Yeah, I'm going to go Milton Williams, actually. He got stud athlete at the position, and he's got a lot of upside, so I like that pick there, actually. And 72, the Detroit Lions haven't went with an offensive lineman yet, so you need to do it here. Jackson Carman out of Clemson there is going to be the pick, if it will let me. Okay, there we go. Now 73, we're back with the Panthers selection here. They would love to get a corner, but it's honestly just not exactly available right now. I like Benjamin St. Juste, but not exactly at this spot in the third. Tight end is pretty rough. We've pretty much addressed O-line really good right now. And we got actually 3 really good options at tight end. I'm going to go with one of these guys. Tommy Tremble, Brevin Jordan, and Hunter Long are all extremely good players. Notre Dame is just so good Well, actually, Miami as well. I think they're gonna. Both these schools are good at developing O-line slash tight end players. So I'm gonna go Brevin Jordan actually. Hopefully he can replicate the game of another former Miami tight end being Greg Olsen. I know that's really high expectations, but Brevin Jordan's really good. So right here, 74, the Washington football team are back on the clock here. I am going to go safety. I'm going to go Jamar Johnson out of Indiana there. 75, the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. Oh, man, tight end is tempting. Tommy Tremble's available. And they like Notre Dame guys. They really like Notre Dame guys. So I actually like that. I'm going to go Tommy Tremble out of Notre Dame there. 76, New York Giants. They've still yet to go with the wide receiver, which makes it really tempting for me to go with one here. Dwayne Eskridge and Tutu Atwell are both available. But outside of that, Jabril Cox is still available. Linebacker's actually not awful for the Giants. I'm actually not obviously he's not the best linebacking core in the league, but they're actually not awful. So I'm actually gonna end up going with my gut was telling me earlier. Or do I, man? That's actually pretty tough. I am gonna end up going with Dwayne Eskridge out of Western Michigan there. 77. The Chargers are back on the clock here. I see we got edge available. Quincy Roche. Not horrible. Not too high. Many of the edge rushers left available though. Corner. Benjamin St. Juste could go here. I would not be opposed to that. Ben Cleveland and Trey Smith. Trey Smith is good. Trey Smith's really good. I'm going to end up going linebacker though. I'm going to say Jabril Cox stops falling at this spot and goes here to the Chargers. 78. The Minnesota Vikings are on the clock here. They went with the O-line with their first pick so far and Elijah Vera Tucker. So right here, I think they need to go secondary. I think I'm gonna go Benjamin St. Juste here out of Minnesota. I like that pick. 79. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. I'm gonna go IDL. I'm gonna go Davian Nixon out of Iowa, who's still available at that spot. So I think it'd be a really good pick for him there. And now they have back-to-back picks here. So at number 80, they're gonna go with another really good player who's still available. I took Jamar Johnson. What am I thinking? I guess I thought I took him. But okay, so since Jamar Johnson's off the board here, where do we go? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up going. Okay, yeah, I might just go DB anyways. Oh man, pause on that table. Safety Divine Diablo is still available, as well as Nazir Al-Deem out of Florida State. Those are both probably gonna be third round guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Divine Diablo here. I like that bet. 81 Dolphins are on the clock here. Could go back-to-back safeties with this spot actually. I don't think I am though. I'm gonna go with an interior offensive line. Let's see what's available. I'm going to go Trey Smith out of Tennessee there. 82, Washington football team is on the clock here. They did just sign Curtis Samuel. Wouldn't be opposed to getting another wide receiver, especially if there's a really good one available late. Like Tutu Atwell is still available, so I actually wouldn't be opposed to that pick either. Interior offensive line also would not be a bad selection. Ben Cleveland still on the board. I'm actually going to end up going with that. So Ben Cleveland out of Georgia there. Number 83, the Bears are on the clock. And this is where I think they end up going quarterback. I think they really need to do it. So, and Davis Mills, as well as Kellen Mond, are both on the board. I know Davis Mills run more of a pro-style type offense. But Kellen Mond, I should say. He's so experienced in the SEC, and he did really well there. So I actually am going to go Kellen Mond out of Texas A&M. All right, number 84, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock here. I'm going to go with the corner. Let's see what we got available probably. Paulson Adebo. I think he's going to go here. I think he's about a good pick out of Stanford there. Number 85, Tennessee Titans are on the clock. Let's see if we got a receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Tutu Atwell. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's just pretty good at everything, to be honest with you. Not really fantastic at anything. Israel Deem is also available at Florida State, and that's going to be the pick, actually. 86, Jets are on the clock. They'd love to get a running back. I think Michael Carter can be that for him. I'm going to go Michael Carter out of North Carolina there. 87, the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock. Still have yet to get a corner. Not too high on many of the guys available to go in the third round, honestly. Trey Brown's good. I like Trey Brown. But I don't think that's going to be the selection here. Oh, they haven't gone with a running back yet? I thought I went with one. I guess not. But since one's still not available, I'm going to go with a linebacker. I'm going to go Chaz Surratt out of North Carolina. He fits what Pittsburgh schemes so well. I like that selection there. Number 88, the Los Angeles Rams are back on the clock. Let's see if I can go back. Okay. Spencer Brown also could be a third round guy. Probably the last offensive tackle I'd take if I decide to go there. But also Hunter Long's available, who I like. Edge. No one I'm really still sleeping on right here. See the linebacker. Pete Warner's available and Cameron McGraw. I'm going to go wide receiver, actually. I'm going to go Amon-Ra St. Brown and say he stops falling at this spot. He's really good at quite a bit of things. He's not necessarily great at anything. That's why he's going to fall here, I think. Number 89, Cleveland Browns are on the clock here. So I think they will go Pete Warner out of Ohio State there. That'll be a good pick for him. My goodness. Good pick for him. Vikings at number 90. I'm going to go with the Spencer Brown out of Northern Iowa there. I like that pick. Back to the Cleveland Browns at 91, who at this point probably just go best player available. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, safety, let's see what's available. Andre Sisco, I like to go in the third round, possibly. Let's see if we got a corner. Trill Williams. That actually could be a pretty good pick as well. Yeah, I actually like that. Trill Williams, I'm going to go with that. Get some corner depth there. Number 92, the Green Bay Packers are on the clock. IDL, I think, would be a good pick. Tommy, I'm not going to even try to say it, but Tommy is available. So I'm going to go with that there. Also, Cameron McGraw wouldn't be a bad pick there either. Number 93 is the Buffalo Bills, who are on the clock. Let's see what we got at receiver. Josh Allen, not necessarily needs another weapon at all, really, but wouldn't that be an awful pick if it's a really talented guys available? So yeah, actually, Tutu Atwell is not looking bad. No one else is really sticking out to me that I should go with here, so actually I might end up doing it. Let's check interior D-line first. Deontay Brown, ooh, Kendrick Green as well. Kendrick Green's a third round guy for sure. That wouldn't be bad. Brian Tham, goodness. Yeah, I just now noticed Kendrick Green still being there, so actually I'm going to go with that Kendrick Green out of Illinois. Number 94, Baltimore Ravens are on the clock here. They take an edge and wide receiver. So right here, I think they will go with a safety. Let's see. Andre Sisco's available. I'm going to go with Andre Sisco out of Syracuse. Number 95, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the clock. They're one of those cases. Just get more stacks. So let's see what we got. The best player available. I mean, I actually would not be angry at seeing Davis Mills go here. But, like, there's no point to draft a Tom Brady replacement at this point. Like, it's just seeming like he's never going to retire. So, honestly, I'm not going to go with that. Kenneth Gainwell was available, which I actually like. I'm going to go with that. Kenneth Gainwell out of Memphis there. Patriots on the clock at 96. Cameron McGraw. Oh, I just thought about that. Cameron McGraw. Maybe a great pick for New England there. 97, Chargers back on the clock. I'm going to go with Edge. I'm going to go with Quincy Roche. Maybe you can develop him into a good player there out of Miami. Number 98, the Saints are on the clock with this spot. They would like to get a wide receiver, and Tutu Atwell is available. Might end up going with that. And also, I want to just point out, Tamari Terry at 241 is kind of insane. Sage Rat is also a little low. Jalen Darden at 194 is also pretty absurd. But Tutu Atwell is available, so I'm going to go with that. Tutu Atwell out of Louisville. 99 here is Dallas Cowboys. So best player available. Let's look at D tackle real quick. J2 Fele, as well as Liam McNeil, available on the clock here. They already took tight end. Hunter Long's got to go to one of these teams. He's really good, definitely worthy of a third round pick here. I'm going to go interior offensive line. Actually, I'm going to go with Deontay Brown, actually, out of Alabama. Number 100, the 100th pick of the draft, belongs to the Tennessee Titans. And with their pick being available, I think Tamari and Terry would actually be a pretty good fit. But I'm actually not going to go with that. I'm going to go with Stone Forsythe out of Florida there. 101, the Lions are on the clock. And I think I'm going to go quarterback. I'm going to go Davis Mills here out of Stanford. Just barely sneaking into the third round here. A pro-styled player, although he didn't have much experience. And he wasn't necessarily fantastic either. So he could definitely develop for a while behind Jared Goff and potentially even get some playing time. You never know what can happen there. But so, anyways, edge rusher Denarius Robinson. I'm not too high on him, to be quite honest with you. I'd rather go with I'm not too high on it. Really many of you guys left available, but Patrick Jones, I'd probably rather go with there. Let's see what we got at interior offensive line available. Aaron Banks still available. That would be a pretty good pick. I'm going to go with Aaron Banks, actually, on Notre Dame. Protect Justin Fields. Always running for his life, it seemed like, at Ohio State. That's just because he held the ball too long. But anyways, number 103. The LA Rams are on the clock here. I'm going to go with tight end. I'm going to give them Hunter Long. That'd be a great pick near the end of the third round here. And with the final two picks, we got the Baltimore Ravens at 104, who are just probably going to go best player available here. J2 Fele is available. I like it. Not a big need, but he's really good and still available. I'm going to go J2 Fele out of USC. And with a 105th pick in this draft, also going to be best player available. Let's see if I miss anybody at safety real quick. Not necessarily. I mean, Tyree Gillespie is really, really good. Don't get me wrong, but I could see this being. No, I'm not going to go quarterback. If Davis Mills was available at this spot, I would go quarterback. But since he's not, Kyle Trask, maybe 4th round. Jamie Newman, same thing. But right here, it's going to be best player available. I'm going to go with an edge rusher to end it all out. And I'm going to go. You know what? No, I'm just going to be a homer. I'm going to be a complete homer here. I know, like, all the Carolina guys are off the board except for Daz Newsome. So I'm going to be a homer here and go with Daz Newsome out of North Carolina. I'm sorry I had to do that. I really am. But I had to do it. So, guys, this is the mock draft, my official mock draft for the 2021 NFL Draft. It's starting off this Thursday. Really excited for that. So I'm going to scroll through all the picks here so you guys can see all we got. And you can pause to see who your team took if you wanted to. So, guys, let me know what you think about this mock draft in the comments. What pick did I mess up on? What picks you really like? What do you think your team did really well in this draft? And like and subscribe and comment and all that stuff. And I'll see you guys. And turn on post notifications as well. Starting to get more consistent videos after all this. I've been really busy and stuff like that. But anyways, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.